What you guys accomplished today?
Watch some good film. I think showing how this team plays, how fast they are, how they thrive in transition, and just defensively how we got to be locked in. I think the biggest thing for us defensively, we just got to talk early, loud, and continuous. ELC, got to call our coverages out loud, early, and continuous, and we all got to be on the same page.
If everyone's healthy, who do you start in game one?
I'm not telling you.
What?
Is that fair?
That's fair. Is everyone healthy?
Yeah.
Expect everyone to be healthy?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You have a favorite impactful play on defense? I mean, a turnover obviously the least points is important. A block can, change things with guys. What do you think is the most important?
Defensively?
Yeah.
I think when you're getting deflections, you're getting steals, like you said, block shots. And I think, we got to rebound the basketball. They really do a good job of, pounding the glass. So, we got to rebound the basketball. We get the steals and deflection. We can get out and run and transition ourselves. So that's when we're at our best, when we're getting our threes, when LeBron, those guys are getting downhill, getting to the paint. So that leads to transition for us.
The criticism is always you don't have a rim protector, yet, when you think on it, the play everybody's going to remember from LeBron's entire career, it's probably on Iguodala.
Say it again?
I said the play that almost everyone's going to
point
to is the Iguodala play.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to do it by committee. I think you got to do a good job of shrinking the floor. I think helping off guys you're supposed to help off of, and take charges. There's other ways to get stops without blocking shots. So we got to be able to do that.
Ty, by necessity, you've had to play everybody big minutes at some point this year. How tough are these rotational decisions now that the playoffs are starting?
It's tough because we got 12 or 13 guys that showed this year that they can play, and you're not going to be able to play that many guys in the playoffs. And I've talked to the guys, and they understand that. And just got to be ready because you never know when you're going to be called upon.
Can you have as many as 10?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
Will you?
Yeah, I will. I will play 10. See how it looks, and if one guy's not great this round, then it might be not.
How much of that is just since you guys made the trade, you have not been able to play with everyone even one time?
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't happened, but I mean, talking to the guys that are not going to play right now, they know that, and just the 10 guys that are going to play, just making sure they're ready to go.
Is that your biggest challenge as a head coach this year compared to years past, or is there something else that you consider your biggest challenge?
I mean, the challenge is everyone's healthy now. The start of the playoffs, they wasn't healthy, halfway through the season. So that's probably the biggest challenge, of trying to find the right combinations. But I feel good about what we have.
So how much better do you think your team is now than the last time you played Indiana?
I mean, we're different, I can definitely say that. But we've been playing good basketball as of late, and we're a different team. And we just got to perform at a high level, I think, on the defensive end.
Outside of Oladipo, who causes the biggest concern when it comes to game planning on the Indiana side?
Darren Collison, he's hurt us this year. I think he's averaging 18 points a game against us this season. And, he's leading the NBA in three-point field goal percentage, 47%, from the three. So he's been a tough guy for us to cover throughout the course of these 4 games this season.
What changes the most for you in your routine when you go from the regular season to the postseason?
For me, just more responsibility, I think. Defensively and offensively, I think, really sitting down, working with Longobardi, to get the defense right and things we want to take away. And, it's tough to do throughout the course of an 82-game season to try to change and take away different things every night. But, we put our heads together over the last few days and thinking this was going to be our opponent because Philly was playing so well. And, Longo's came up with some great schemes, and I've come up with some good schemes, and we try to put together and see what works.
Todd, do you feel you have a slight advantage just going into game one because the last time you played this team, you didn't have the guys you had, so you feel like there's a slight advantage because you already know what you had and what they had, and they never faced you with this new roster?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, playoffs is so different. You never know, and throughout the playoffs, it's always one guy you don't expect, and they end up being great that night or great for that series. So we're different, but I mean, I don't think we have an advantage just because, we have a new team and they haven't seen us yet. So, we got to be ready to play. They're a good team, and we understand that.
Was deciding your 10 men matchup based or who's hot right now?
Matchup based, and also, who's been playing well for us.
know you talked about changing the defense up overall. Like, has that just been more talking about it with the guys, walking through it? What exactly has gone into that?
I mean, I know Joe goes crazy over that every year, but it's not. But it's not. I mean, it's not like we're inventing the wheel. I mean, reinventing the wheel. I mean, we just want to, in the playoffs, I just think, you have to take away what the team does best, and that's what we thrive off doing around here. Just try and take away what the team does best and make them do something different that they're not used to doing. And so it's not like we're doing something special or so creative or we got some, brand new defense. I mean, we've done these things before, but each series is going to be different. So you just got to want to take away whatever that team does the best. You want to try to take it away and make them do something different.
If I remember correctly, last year you talked a little bit about how, as the season was winding down in practice, you were working on some things in preparation for the postseason, but you didn't necessarily implement them for late in the regular season yet. Did you follow that same script this year?
Last part. But, I mean, Longo had a chance to go through some of the stuff with the guys. And, today I think showing on film a couple things we want to do. And, just see if we can execute it. Look simple on tape until you actually do it. And we have a few days to prepare for it. So, nothing to, just simple things, but, we got to do it, execute it in order to beat this team.
Health is a top priority. You mentioned that in years past, you actually had the guys come out in knee pads and elbow pads, stuff like that. But will you get these guys on the court tomorrow, do an actual practice?
Yeah, we'll be on the court tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be on the court. I think we'll do a lot of drill work for what we want to do defensively. We'll do some drill work for offensively. And then we'll go through some of the plays at a decent speed, decent pace, to try to show how we want to defend it. But, I mean, nothing live like 5-on-5 or anything like that.
How is Kyle?
He's getting better. That's what Steve told me today. He's getting better. Not sure if he's 100% yet, but he's getting better, and that's all you can ask for.
I mean, when you look at, you've already told us who 4 of your starters are. It was Jeff, we know LeBron and Kevin and George. Mm-hmm. And then the swing one there was Rodney and Kyle. They're both hurt. How healthy is Rodney, and how do you make this decision?
Rodney's good. He's ready to go. So.
You've seen something deep before.
Have I? Yeah. I can't remember. I really can't.
It's kind of unusual, right, Ty? I mean, usually teams kind of whittle it down and go 8 or less even.
I usually go 9. I think we've been 9 in the past, but, I think it's, going to be important to go 10 for us because, I like Clarkson be on the floor with a point guard. So that's what, makes us play 10. So, Jose's going to play. So we just want to make sure that we have a point guard on the floor with him, knowing that Corey Joseph picks up full court and tries to disrupt, the point guard on the opposing team. So it's, very important that we try to keep a point guard on the floor with him at all times.
You know Jeff Green for so long. When you guys signed him this offseason, did you envision him having this kind of a role, this significant of a role where he's a starter in the postseason for you guys?
Just kind of, just saw him just coming off the bench, give us a spark, give us an extra ball handler, a guy who can pass the basketball, and a guy who plays well in transition, with all the trades and things that went down, all the injuries. He stepped into the role of, starting, and he's done a good job. I think, Kevin LeBron loves playing with him. I think, he's versatile defensively, he's versatile offensively, and it kind of keeps Kevin at the 5. So that's what's been working for us as of late. We beat Toronto twice with him starting. We beat Boston, so it's been good for us.
He started everybody this year for you, different positions as well. Are you planning on giving him a chance against Oladipo?
Yeah, he definitely will have a chance with Oladipo. He guarded him this year when we played him. So he's going to have a lot of responsibility. We call him a utility man, and, he has to be up for the challenge, and I think he will be.
What does Rodney need to do to be successful in the playoff series?
I think, just talking to, I know he played last year, but him and Larry and Jordan, just the most important thing, I think, is just competing and playing hard. I think you get deflections, get a steal, get an easy basket, kind of just, the easiest way to play your first time in the playoffs is just playing hard. I think the fans appreciate that, diving on the floor, taking charges. That's what gets you motivated. That's what gets the crowd motivated, and that helps you ease into the game better. I think you come in thinking about offense or missing shots, that's the wrong attitude to have, for your first time in the playoffs. I think it's about playing hard, competing, loose balls, dive on the floor, taking charges, and that's how you get yourself going.
It seems like last year you made more of a, I don't want to say a deal, but you kept saying we play Boston different when we play them in the playoffs. Did you want to plant something in their heads, or you're not saying that about the Pacers so much?
What happened?
It seemed like you kept saying we'll have something different, a different look for Boston when we play them, and then you started.
We did have a different look for them.
Yeah, but
yeah.
You said it so early, and you're not saying that right now. Just saying, was that the plan of make them wonder what the hell you were going to do, or what?
It's my last year or this year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we had something different for them. It worked, and I just think, like the great coaching and the great players, I just think you got to, plan and just try to stay a step ahead, in all the ways you can. And, when you got the guys who can go out and execute, LeBron's probably one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Him and Rondo and, Kobe and those guys really understand the game, what we're trying to do, coverage-wise, defensive-wise, scheme-wise. And when you have that quarterback on the floor that's talking and let everyone else know what you're doing, it makes it easier.
So he's that on defense, too.
Huh?
LeBron's that on defense?
Yes.
Since you haven't had everybody, is it hard to envision how, if you have them all 10, how it's going to work? Is it hard to picture that?
I mean, we have a plan in place of how we want it to work. And, once the game starts, anything can change, So you go into it with a plan, and, you got to adjust if you have to, But I feel confident in what we got and what we're going to do. And I feel confident in our guys. I think they're ready. I think Jordan and Larry are very excited, to be a part of this, and I'm happy for those guys as well.
What kind of challenges do Sabonis and Turner bring, especially because Kev's dealt with traditional centers, but, these guys are stretches like him. So what do you think challenges they bring?
I think, they're very good at they can catch the ball and shoot it. They can catch it, put it on the floor. They can catch it, make a play, make a pass. And when you have, 4 and 5 guys that can do that, 4 and 5 man position-wise, when they can do that, it makes it tough on your defense, because usually you deal with a guy like, Drummond and Dwight, they're just rollers, they can finish and whatever. So these guys are popping, shooting it, they can put it on the floor, they can make a pass and make a play. So that makes it tough, especially when you got a dynamic player like Oladipo, who you're trying to keep out of the paint and try to keep the ball out of his hands.
Does it make it any more difficult on Kevin on the offensive end for them to be versatile defensively as well?
I think Turner, he's more active as far as blocking shots, defensively being able to get out and then recover and block shots. But it could make it tough for him, but we just got to put them in positions they're not used to.
The Cavs are ready to do whatever it takes to bring an NBA championship back to the land. We've been here before, and we know what it takes. It takes grit. It takes drive. It takes hustle. It takes team. It takes 20,562. Be a part of the playoffs action. Go to Cavs.com/tickets now to get in the game.